Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, today we are talking about the report which you may have read and seen in several parts of the media. The picketing of Ikeja Electric Company by Labour. We'll find out why now. Well, joined by Mr. Omoneh, who is the Deputy President South of the National Union of Electricity Employees at the NUEE. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much.
Well, Labour, NUEE, of which you're a member of, picketing the Ikeja Electric Company. Could you tell us why?
We picketed Ikeja Electric Company in March. We are not picketing Ikeja Electric Company now. That is number one.
Who are those picketed?
Like the director of trade unions told Ikeja Company on Tuesday, what is happening there is not picketing. It's a protest from a civil society coalition. It is not the union. The union pickets civil society's protest because by the nature of both organizations, there are terminologies for what they do. The trade unions are registered by the Registrar of Trade Unions. The civil society organizations are organizations registered by the Corporate Affairs as non-governmental organizations for public interest and public good. Ours is to fight for the rights of our members. So there are two different organizations. But then there may be a coalition, a collaboration, because in most cases, if there are issues of common interest, nothing stops us from joining if we so desire. But it must be under given banners so that you can properly term it.
So when you join, it doesn't change the terminology from protest to picketing?
It doesn't, because of course the people who are frontally, all the items, they are everything there. There's nothing about the union. It's the civil society coalition. I campaign.
Are you saying you have no members of any trade union amongst the civil society groups who are preventing workers of Ikeja Electric from working?
Oh, no. You just heard me say there could be a collaboration if the need arises.
Yeah, is there any now in Ikeja?
Well, I can not readily tell you there is none, and there is for the following reasons. One, if the civil society organizations have things of common interest that we have interest in, there is nothing stopping us from joining them. If they also go ahead to do a public protest that we don't have interest in, of course we will not join them. That is the issue. So it could be a platform to be used at any time for any purpose.
So are you aware of the protest that is currently?
Oh, sure. I cannot deny I am not aware. I am aware. I read it in the papers. I am not there. At least I just came back from the FCT last night.
So you don't know what it is about?
Well, I saw the MD of Ikeja try to give a flyer to the director of trade unions in Abuja, and she was telling him, I don't know these people. I don't know how they operate, but I know CATAIN, Citizens Access to Electricity in Nigeria. And what I heard the guy saying on Tuesday on another media was issues bordering on service, quality of service to Nigerians, billing, metering, response to faults, etc., etc. Ali was on AIT. I listened to him in Abuja on Tuesday morning.
So it is issues bordering on the quality of work that union members are doing?
It's the issues. No. Let me tell you, the union members will only work when the employer provides material for them to work. Isn't it so? You're here, you're working because there is conducive environment, the tools are there for you to work. So union members will definitely work when the employer provides materials for work.
So are union members working now in Ikeja Disco?
Oh, of course, if there's opportunity, if there's no hindrance to work, they will do their job. Why? They will work.
No, but are they working now?
I can't tell you because Ikeja has not told us that union members are not working.
But you're Deputy President.
Yes, I am.
Tell if your members are working.
Let me also tell you that I am Deputy President, yes, but I cannot be everywhere.
South for that matter.
Yes.
This is your zone.
Yes, Lagos to Calabar, that's my zone. You see, if my members don't report, they are prevented from working. We can know. But again, the greater interest of work should go on, should be the management. So it's the management who should tell us whether our members are working or not.
So you've not been able to reach out to your members to find out if they've been able to go to work?
Well, my members will tell me if they are working or not, if they feel they should work and they are not allowed to work.
Okay, so you've not been able to, because I mean, I'm sure you, as you rightly said, you followed this particular matter through the papers.
Yes.
If that is the case, did you call to find out how this was going to be affecting your members?
Well, it's going to be affecting more of the management. Do you understand? Because the management was supposed to make the place accessible for their staff to work. You understand? You get it?
I get that perspective. What you're saying is that if the management is not concerned, what's your problem?
Yes, that's it.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so you've not been able to find out if your own members have been able to go to work, though?
Well, we have had reports that the management is trying to resolve issues with Catane. So, and they have not asked for our help. So we...
Are you in support of what is going on in the front of Ikeja Disco?
As a Nigerian,
yes,
I think I will be in support. We need electricity in Nigeria, isn't it? We need quality service. As a Nigerian, I will be in support.
Which is the reason why a lot of people will say you cannot be bothered if it affects your members or not. If your members are able to go to work or not, because you don't see it as your problem if you're in support of what's going on there.
As my problem, how? I don't understand the perspective of problem. Problem as in that we should not have light, or problem as in people are talking about crazy bill, or problem as in people are talking about give us meters. I don't understand as in problem.
If people are not able to have electricity, as a result of, members of staff of Pt.1 are not able to go to work, and, that is not of concern to the union, what you're saying is that is really not, if the management can't handle it, it is not for the unions to handle. Is that not what you're saying?
What I'm saying, you're partly right, but what I'm saying is, if the management, who first of all should engage the people that are protesting, does not feel it's a big deal to them, should I leave the union secretariat to come and start fronting for the management when they have not sought my help? That is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but what we're asking was that whether or not you were aware whether your members were able to access their offices. That's what we wanted to know.
Well, if there's a protest and the office is blocked, of course nobody will have access, including the management.
Will it be of concern to the union?
Of course it will be, but then it must be a collaborative effort between the union and the management. I cannot go there now because I'm a union to tell the civil society coalition to leave the gate on behalf of the management, when the management themselves have not said, please come and assist, let us join hands. We are social partners, we agree, but it must be collaborative if they want it anyway.
Because, I mean, what is widely reported there since this week is that, for instance, on Tuesday, they say as early as 8 a.m., union members comprising NUEE, Senior Staff Association of Electricity and Allied Companies, that's SSAEAC, Nigeria Labour Congress, and others gathered at the entrance of the company for the picketing in Lagos. And they say the action was the management of Ikeja Distribution Company, otherwise known as Ikeja Electric, described as sabotage, which was organized despite a subsisting court order halting such exercise. So if the entire media is reporting that, are you trying to maybe say, no, this is not us because of the subsisting court order?
Well, like I said earlier on, when we went to do picketing in March, did we hide our identity? Did you not see the General Secretary, the President of the Union there?
Was there a court order at that time?
Wait, I'm coming to the court order. We don't have to hide our identity. We're a registered trade union. We have the right to picket when we so desire and have a reason to so do. Now, even before that, the civil society organizations, communities, they have always come to Ikeja Electric to protest. And the civil society organization, this coalition, gave notice. And I read also that this is just one out of so many protests they intend to organize all over the country.
I have never seen a situation, because I've witnessed many protests of, electricity consumers, going to Ikeja Electric to go and protest.
Yes.
But I have never seen a situation where those people, electricity consumers, prevent, workers from entering their place of work. The people are at work, quite all right, but they're also doing their protest. They're ensuring that, their grievances are taken note of. But what we've seen now is that workers are prevented from, going to their workplace, and you say that your union is not a part of it.
My union is not protesting. My union is not picketing. It is CATEN, Civil Society Coalition. It is very clear. The press can report. Yes, like I earlier said, individuals may have interest in what is happening. Don't forget that even in this country, there are situations where responsible organizations will come out to even protest, and hoodlums will join. It's not unknown. Secondly, I don't think there's a court order, because I know that when you go to approach the court, they are either going to give a restraining order or an injunction, even ex parte where necessary. But in the instance case, yes, they have gone to the industrial court, you understand, and a court summons was issued to the union. Yes, that is all we have. The court did not give an order. They have sought for some relief before the court, and I think the court, in their own wisdom, is waiting to hear from the other party before the
union has appeared before
no, we have
industrial court.
We have forwarded the service to our lawyers, and our lawyers are handling it, and possibly that's why we have respectfully, as a responsible organization, avoided picketing or continuing with the suspended picketing of Ikeja. And let me also tell you, we did not just suspend the picketing. There was an attempt to resolve the outstanding issue over the impunity displayed by Ikeja management on sacking of staff. And then the GS was here some time ago. He spoke about it, and they agreed there was a committee, and the committee was sitting, and suddenly they just abruptly, unilaterally said this. The board said the committee should stop sitting, and the committee was at the instance of the Department of State Services, who intervened and tried to mediate. Do you understand? And we have been approaching the appropriate organizations, like the Registrar of Trade Unions, where trade issues are supposed to be resolved. And like I mentioned earlier on Tuesday, we were with the Ministry of Labor and Employment officials, and they have intervened into the matter. And as I speak now, Ikeja has agreed to reconvene the committee. Do you get it? So I think we have also approached peaceful resolution methods towards resolving the workplace disagreements.
So you have no reason to picket?
We have no reason to picket for now.
Okay, so if that is the case,
yes.
That's why we asked you earlier whether you're not bothered that if you're not the ones picketing and your members of staff are not able to go to work, shouldn't it be of concern to the union? That
is why I said it earlier on. Even in matters of interest, there is a first level interest and second level. The unions should be second level. The management should be primary.
And that's why management is not here. As soon as we get them, we will definitely.
Beautiful, and that's why I said, if the management, see, because we are operating in the outside and we are operating within, we expected the management, if they felt the union was important, to help to us approach us.
Didn't the union feel that they themselves were important, even if the management didn't approach them?
You see, why we made so do as it is because already there was some level of strained relationship
between the union
and the management. We're supposed to be social partners.